Good morning to you. Today we are discussing about amplitude modulation. Let us first discuss about what is modulation. Modulation is the process of transmission of information signal using a high frequency carrier signal. The information bearing signal is called modulating signal. The signal resulting from the process of modulation is known as modulated signal. There are three types of modulation: amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, and phase modulation. Amplitude modulation is that the amplitude of the carrier wave is varied in same proportion with respect to the modulation data or the signal. Next is modulation index. Modulation index is a ratio of amplitude of modulating signal to the amplitude of carrier wave. Here, mu is equal to amplitude of modulating signal by amplitude of carrier wave. Next is expression for amplitude modulated wave. We have carrier wave and modulating signal. M of t is equal to Am sine omega t and C of t is equal to AC sine omega t. Here M of t is equal to modulating signal and C of t is equal to carrier wave. Here AM and AC are amplitude of modulating signal and carrier wave respectively in amplitude modulation. We are superimposing modulating signal into a carrier wave and also varying the amplitude of the carrier wave in accordance with the amplitude of the modulating signal, and the amplitude modulated wave Cm of t will be Cm of t is equal to AC plus Am sin omega t into sin omega t, which is equal to AC into sin omega t plus Am by AC into sin omega t plus sin omega t. We know that mu is equal to Am by AC. Therefore, the equation becomes AC into sin omega t plus AC mu by 2 into cos omega c minus omega m minus AC into mu by 2 into cos omega c plus omega m. Next is bandwidth. Bandwidth is the difference between the highest and the lowest frequencies of the signal. Bandwidth BW is equal to F maximum minus F minimum, which is equal to Fc plus Fm minus Fc plus Fm, that is 2Fm. And there are three types of amplitude modulation: double sideband suppressed carrier modulation, single sideband modulation, and vestigial sideband modulation. Then now let us look at the application of amplitude modulation. Amplitude modulation can be used in various fields. While amplitude modulation use has decreased over the years, it is still present and has several applications in certain transmission areas. First one is the broadcast transmission. AM is used in broadcasting transmission over the short, medium, and long waveband. Since AM is easy to demodulate, radio receivers for amplitude modulation are therefore easier and cheaper to manufacture. Next is airband radio. AM is used in the VHF transmissions for any airborne applications such as ground-to-air radio communication or two-way radio link for ground staff personnel. Then single sideband. Amplitude modulation in this form is used for HF radio links or point-to-point HF links. So these are some applications of amplitude modulation, and these are some important applications of amplitude modulation. And thank you.